And check out the view from the CTV Skywatch camera looking north on 13th Street North. Lots of sunshine again today. 30 degrees. We've popped up a degree just in the last hour or so. Our low was 9 degrees at 4 a.m. So we are at our current daytime high. Winds are out of the north-northeast, but that wind direction isn't keeping us cool. It's keeping us warm because up top we've got winds right out of the west-southwest, and all that massive heat that we've been experiencing over the last few days is still going to be with us as we move through the weekend, the beginning of the work week. By next Wednesday, it looks like temperatures are going to start to settle back down to average values, which is still nice. That's 20 degrees for an average high here in Lethbridge. But right now and in through the weekend, still looking at those very, very mild temperatures to continue. And most areas did manage to see temperatures close to or at 30 degrees. Here's some of the record highs for today. Claresholm, 28.3. And like I said, these warm temperatures and record-breaking values could very well continue into the weekend. We could see some new numbers up there on the screen when I'm back talking to you on Monday at 5 o'clock. Here's the area of high pressure still dominating Western Canada. As I said yesterday, it extends from the Pacific all the way into the border between Manitoba and Ontario. And then you start to see the change because the jet stream is rising well to the north, kicking a little bit of cloud cover into Whitehorse and Yellowknife, and then it slides down as we get into Ontario. So Ontario's looking at frost and rain situation, but out west here, maybe just some high thin cloud poking into southern Saskatchewan as we get into the overnight hours tonight. But really the area of high pressure is deflecting a lot of that cloud cover in most areas. So it's going to stay pretty sunny right through the weekend, and another day where the forecaster gets to take a nap, really, because there's no active weather to really be documenting. We talked about this yesterday, possibility of just some high thin cloud over the mountains, and that's what it looks like is going to be in the developing stages overnight tonight and maybe into tomorrow. But really we're looking at very clear skies here in southern Alberta. Southern Ontario not so much, and we'll get to that. 21 degrees in St. John's, and then you see the jet stream is dropping. So look at these temperatures through the Maritimes, through Nova Scotia, looking at frost and rainfall warnings, and that's the same in parts of southern Quebec, and then into the Nickel Belt area in Ontario. They're looking at real serious areas of frost overnight tonight, and followed that by heavy rainfall tomorrow. 26 degrees in Winnipeg. We've got 31, double 31 in Regina and Saskatoon, 27 in Edmonton, 29 in Kelowna. We've got sunshine on the coast in Vancouver. Up north, as I said, Whitehorse and Yellowknife, both those areas seeing some high thin cloud just kind of taking a ride on the jet stream, but temperatures, a little cool to the north right now. East Kootenay looking at clear skies tonight, 12 degrees for a low, sunny and 29 for a daytime high tomorrow with a nice westerly wind at about 20 kilometers per hour. Crow's Nest Pass clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, 23 degrees for a high. Winds will be out of the southwest and not too windy for you. For Medicine Hat, we're looking at clear skies tonight, 12 degrees for a low, 28 for a high tomorrow, lots of sunshine. And here in Lethbridge, clear skies tonight, 11 degrees for a low, 27 for a daytime high tomorrow with lots of sunshine. Lots of people are going to be out enjoying the water parks and parks in general tomorrow, I would think, and through the rest of the weekend as well, and beginning of the work week. And as I said, as we get towards Wednesday, temperatures right around average value, which is 20 degrees for us at this time of the year. So we're not going into a cold snap, but we just won't be getting these temperatures that are, as Jackie and I were talking about 10 degrees above where we should be in many areas of southern Alberta. We'll start to see them slide down to more normal values, which, as I said, still pleasant for this time of year. Now we've got our CTV citizen salute, and this time, and Brendan's saluting by the camera. We have to congratulate Martina, has been a volunteer for several seniors organizations, not so much in southern Alberta in the last while, but she has been doing a lot of online volunteering, helping people put their resumes together and that sort of thing. So we have a basket here for you. That's it for me. Have a very safe and happy weekend, and I'll talk to you Monday morning.
More leaked information coming out of Alberta Health Services. There's talk that at least 2,500 surgeries could be scrapped because of tight budgets. A leaked internal memo from Alberta Health Services dated last month State's Edmonton is experiencing significant budget constraints in its surgical unit. It goes on to say the overall budget reduction is about 5%. And to help keep things on track, 2,500 surgeries need to be cancelled. Alberta Health's new administrator, Dr. John Cowell, says you don't move forward by cutting back in healthcare.
You're not going to, on, say, the basis of a financial decision, restrict access to medically necessary treatment. And that's the way in which Alberta Health Services will function going into the future.
Drug shortages are becoming more frequent in North America, but today the federal health minister says a new national protocol will help to deal with that problem. The public will now be more aware of when there are drug shortages thanks to the new protocol. It sets up clear communication guidelines for manufacturers about drug shortages, which will help everyone along the supply chain deal better with the lack of often life-saving drugs.
Absolutely, it matters to patients and to Canadians to know that there's a system in place that if there's a drug that they rely on for their own personal treatment and their own personal health, the drug manufacturers are alerting governments, and then in turn we are alerting doctors to make sure that they know that there's an anticipated shortage coming or there's an actual shortage and what other drug is available for them to treat their patients.
You'll be able to see the information as well on www.drugshortages.ca, where manufacturers will post details on any drug shortages, either anticipated or actual, as soon as possible. And we want to finish off with a piece of research about kids and music. Making music can make your kids nicer to be around and more willing to help. Researchers from the University of West London compared one group of kids who played instruments or sang to another who sat and listened to a story. The music group was more than 30 times more likely to be helpful than those who didn't play music. Plus, the music group was 6 times more likely to cooperate than those who listened to the story. With the girls being even more likely to cooperate than boys, the music also enhanced problem-solving skills, especially for the boys.